Well, I haven't made a video in a while. Thought this would be a good place to sit there and try to, you know, reach out to you guys. You know, it ain't been easy lately. If not anything, I could sit there and say it's been a lot worse. But it still goes back to the last two videos. It all depends on what kind of choices we make. Choices are everything, and everything is choices. If you don't make the proper choice or the right decision, we all end up worse off. See, I thought I've been making the right decisions lately. I thought I've been, proving myself to sit there and be worthy of, having my relationship back again. Still hasn't gotten any better. I finally got a job, but then I've been working so hard lately that I really haven't had no chance with my family. And it hurts. But it's worth proving to my child that motivation can push you to do anything. See, when you have the right motivation, we can overcome and pretty much do whatever it is that we want to do as long as we have the motivation to push forward. If we don't have the motivation like some people out there that want to sit there and off themselves, it's not smart. It's not worth it. There's so many other things that you can do better as an individual besides looking at death. Life is too hard for death to be so easy. But whenever you finally meet death, there will not be any more coming back. And I've heard throughout the years of my life, the closest thing to death that we can get as a living individual is sleep. Yeah, death is a eternal sleep. It's a sleep that we'll never wake up from. It's not worth it to me. I refuse to sit there and even think like that. It's ludicrous. It's not smart. But every time I go to bed, I hope to wake up in the morning to sit there and have a better, brighter day and make better, smarter decisions to make not just my life easier, but the people around me's lives easier and try to keep them motivated because as long as we're motivated, we'll be okay. I don't know what else to sit there and really say about the relationship. It's one of the things that I'm desiring of, but yet my want to be my significant other has, accused me of. I hope I got him. Has accused me of sleeping with other people whenever I haven't. Um, has accused me of doing drugs, and I don't. I don't want to be with anybody else but her. I'm happy with her. I want only her. But yet she's accusing me of sleeping around with other people. Now, it doesn't make it any easier whenever I've said the same thing, especially whenever she sends me pictures of her being in a hotel room with sexy lingerie on that she was supposed to have intended for me. It hurts. It makes me think, is she actually out there doing something? Or is she just, trying to get me to understand this is the way you've made me feel? And with her actions and reactions with everything, she's really got me thinking, is she really sitting there trying just to sit there and treat me the way she thinks that I've been trying to treat her whenever all I've been trying to do is lift her up? But if you can't lift me up, and I'm trying to lift you up, all you're being to me is an anchor. So, what is it that is the smart thing for us to do? Should we split and go our separate ways and leave the child without a mother or slash without a father? Or should we go and, find it in ourselves as an individual to overcome all the negativity and allow us to be happy? With us being happy, we can work through things. But whenever your significant other is not happy and putting it off as she hates you or he hates you, or constantly having some kind of negative energy thrive inside of them that drives them each and every day that they see the other person. And each time that they see the other person, they want to sit there and turn around and sit there and have this mad look or have this disappointed energy come off of them because they don't want to be around them, but yet they do certain little things to sit there and catch your attention for you to, you know, be still interested in them. And then they turn around and they do something to themselves that just irritates you because you know that they can do better for themselves. You know that they should feel joy for it within themselves. And if an individual is not happy with themselves, they do not love themselves, and they do not care about themselves, that individual is going to go nowhere. It's just like a rocket with no jet fuel. If you have no jet fuel for a rocket, you're not going to go up. I have plenty of fuel. I want to continue to go up. It's worth it to me. It makes me happy to sit there and know that I can be a successful individual as long as I am determined to push myself the distance to do good, to do well, to, motivate and encourage other people. We got to do that as a society, not just as an individual. If you have friends around you, they need to encourage you to do good. They need to make sure that you're safe. They need to make sure that, you're happy. They need to make sure that you're well. Me, I don't have very many friends, and I'm not going to front about it. I know that I shouldn't be putting all my business out here on YouTube, but you know something? I don't care. Because hopefully, one of these videos will actually influence someone to be better, to sit there and motivate someone, to encourage someone else. It's not about what it is that you guys can do for me, because it's not, you can't talk to me. It's a camera. The only thing you could do is leave messages and stuff like that on my posts and stuff. You could give it a thumbs up, you could give it a thumbs down. It is what it is, but we still need to come together. And every single one of these videos that I've already posted keeps talking about coming together, coming together. If we're like this, and we're in sync, nothing's going to happen. But as soon as you throw a stick in there, it's going to jam it up to where it won't move. And we've got too many sticks in the world. I'm sorry. I'm going to sit there and say it about her. My significant other, or the person that I want to be my significant other, is being a real stick. But yet, my significant other that I'm wanting to be my significant other is claiming that I'm the stick. That I trapped her with a kid. No. I didn't trap her. I didn't want to trap her. I was happy. Now she's not happy with me, and I'm trying to figure out a way to where I can make her happy again. And it's not easy. things can get better. I know they can. Or, as some people will sit there and say, they can get a lot worse than what they are. And out of the people that I've talked to about it, there's only been 2 people to sit there and tell me not to leave. Those 2 people is my significant other's mother and my significant other's sister, or the person I want to be my significant other. It's her family. But everybody that I've talked to in my little circle that I associate with, because they're not friends. Friends aren't not going to sit there and tell you, you need to just leave if it's that bad. You need to go ahead and give up. You need to pack your stuff and leave it alone and never look back. My mom and my sister's dad had a big falling out while my mom was pregnant with my sister. It was so bad that my mother put up a curtain in the middle of the house to separate the house to where he was sleeping on one side, she was sleeping on the other side where my room was. And stayed like that for a while. But now my sister's 22, 24 years old, and her father and my mother somehow, someway are still together. And people sit there and say, I want to have a long-term relationship, and sit there and be the old couple sitting on the front porch, sipping on iced tea and lemonade, listening to music from back whenever, we were young. Old-timey music from what, depending on what age you're looking at. Me, it would be the 90s and 2000s. I'm about to turn 35 now. But it all depends on the communication. Just yet this morning, I opened my eyes. She sits there and says, good morning. She was to the bathroom. I didn't get the chance to, make a response. She got out the bathroom. I asked her how she slept. She didn't really say anything to me, and she automatically assumed that I was just going to jump up and be like, hey, let's go somewhere. But she didn't communicate this. And I've said this in another video that I've posted. Communication is key. If you want to do something with the person that you want to be your significant other, communication. If you don't talk to one another, you're not going to get anywhere. And then she sits there and said, I sit there and lay down a little bit longer. It's about 10 o'clock whenever I finally got up off of the couch. And she's like, well, I wanted to go to the flea market today, but you didn't get up early enough and all this. And I tried to wake you up at 8 o'clock. That's the thing. She didn't try to wake me up. She came out the room and my eyes opened because I love being around her. I appreciate the time that me and her spend. I appreciate the time that I get to have with my child. It's amazing because it's time and memories that if you're at work, you're not going to have the chance to get back. And if you're working constantly and your job is controlling your life and you got a family sitting at home, you're not going to ever get some of those memories back. I've missed this child's first steps. I've missed a lot of things with her because I was working. And those are things that I won't ever get back. But I'm proud that my child is healthy, and I'm proud that my child is alive because a lot of people don't sit there and get the chance to see all this. And I'm glad that I'm still capable of being in my child's life because my dad skipped out on me whenever I was 6. My mom gave me up to the TAPS program whenever I was 8. So I grew up with no mommy, no daddy, and I don't want that for my child. And for the ones that are out there watching this, listening to this, and applying this to their lives, you gotta think, what is the overcoming situation that we can overcome to, impress our kids? How can we show that we're not going to, just go poof out of our children's lives? Because everybody deserves to have a positive influence, a positive motivation, and a positive individual, period, in their lives, because we need positive guidance. Even being adults, some of us still need to have that positive encouragement. Some of us still need to sit there and have that positivity around us to where we can, show and feel like everybody hasn't given up on us. Like I said, I don't have many friends, but the people that I've considered as friends have told me the same thing. Just leave. Just a lost cause. Don't. But yet, this is the person that I want to put a ring on the finger and be happy with for the rest of my life, because, that's what I want. She's worth it to me. Work's been killing my hands. Excuse me for it. But she's not uplifting me, even though I'm trying to uplift her. And she's ignoring me. She's, not really talking to me. Every time that I'm at the house, she runs away to the room to isolate herself from me. It hurts. It really hurts. I feel lost and without a cause. But yet, I'm not really lost, because I have a baby girl that I need to stay positive for and stay motivated for, to encourage her to do well in her life, because that is worth it to me. I'll catch you guys on another video. Hopefully it'll be a little bit sooner than this one. I know it's been a minute since I posted one. But guys, be real. You live a little and you stay motivated. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.